right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to be talking about the magic X. So hopefully you watched the first video. And so when we're at step 2, where you have to split that middle term into these side boxes, that's why we use the magic X. So let's go ahead and take a look at these and pause the video and try and figure out what pattern you notice. So pay close attention to the numbers on the top, the bottom, and how they relate to the sides. All right, so hopefully you realized that the number on top is 12 and the number on the bottom is 7, so that we know the numbers on the side, 3 and 4, they multiply to the top, and the bottom, 3 and 4, they add to 7. So that's basically the pattern. The top is multiplying, and the bottom is to add. And when I say add, it could be subtracting as well, depending on your sign. So still, negative 12 times 1 is going to be negative. Ooh, there's a typo there. That should be a negative. So negative 12 times 1 is negative 12. And if we combine these, negative 12 plus 1 is negative 11. All right, so typo, something happened with my negative there. All right, moving right along. So that was the pattern you're supposed to notice. The 2 on the side, they multiply to the top and they add to the bottom. All right, so I want you to try these ones yourself. So pause the video, give it a shot. Make sure you can figure out what multiplies to 21, but adds to negative 10. All right, hopefully you pause the video. We're gonna go ahead and go over it now. All right, so the first thing I always do on the sides is I list all of my factors of 21. So what are all the numbers that multiply to 21? Well, I know 1 and 21 multiply to 21. 2, it's not even, so I know 2 doesn't go into it. I know 3 and 7 goes into 21. Are there any other numbers? No, those are my only numbers that multiply to 21. So I always write the products of these on the sides. And then from there, we know that they have to add to negative 10. And since they have to add to negative 10, 3 and 7, they add to positive 10, not negative 10. So we know they both have to be a negative, because a negative times a negative is a positive 21. But when you combine them, they give you a negative 10. All right, let's do the next one. So the first thing I'm going to do is list all of our factors of 15. So we know 1 and 15. We know 2 doesn't go into it. We know 3 and 5. And that is all we have. So which of these, and I know it says some, you might have to think about subtracting as well. So which of these would subtract to 2? Well, I know that it's going to be 3 and 5, because 1 and 15 do not have a difference of 2. Now here's where you have to be careful. One of these have to be negative because they have to multiply to a negative, but when you subtract them, it becomes a negative 2. So you're going to make the right one a negative 5 and the left one a positive 3, because 3 minus 5 is negative 2. All right, one more to go. Factors of 16. So I know 1 and 16. I know 2 and 8. And I know 4 and 4. Those are all of our factors of 16. And we know we want what multiplies to 16 but gives us 0. And since this is a negative, we know they're going to actually subtract to 0. So the only one that does that is 4 and 4. It doesn't matter which one you make negative. I'm going to make the right one negative. So we know 4 times negative 4 is negative 16. But when we add them, 4 minus 4 is 0. All right, so we're going to go ahead and stop the video there. So that's how you do the magic X. And then in the next couple examples, we will put the magic X and the box all together for our factoring.